Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Books seem obsolete. I'm not just talking about the printed book, I'm talking about the Kindles as well. Books are so slow, they're inefficient, and unlike movies and TV shows, they're less visual. The article is more efficient, distilled wisdom, and a mere Google search can usually find you an on-target article instantly and for free. So why should we remain enamored of the book? First, there's the calm. Amid the whirling maelstrom of modern life, the book, with its more leisurely pace, offers us an island of peace. Then there's the pace. Yeah, we can fast forward and rewind a movie, except in a theater, but that's particularly easy in a book. We can easily flip back to our choice of pages and scan to find just what we want to reread. Speaking of rereading, unlike with a movie or a TV show or a play, we can reread a sentence whether we say we want to savor it and really appreciate it, or to try to understand what's being said, or if we're ambitious, what is unsaid. Or we can speed up, skim, or skip when we predict the time can be better spent than on reading that passage. Then there are the choices. We extol the increased number of choices of TV shows, but those are dwarfed by the millions of books that are available from Beowulf on forward. And then there is the Kindle. There is a special place in my reading heart for the Kindle, and I genuflect in awe of the techies who concocted what ups a technology, the printed book, that had been enduring unchallenged for 500 years. Why am I enamored of my Kindle? To read a printed book, we have to sit, prop the book up on our lap, or if we read in bed, on our belly, which if it's a doorstop book may hurt. And then, to turn the page, we have to balance that doorstop. In contrast, the 6-ounce fit-in-your-pocket Kindle turns pages with a mere tap, and the screen fills almost all of its 4.5 by 6 inches, making it far more readable than a phone's screen. Plus, with sitting the new smoking, we can easily read while walking around. I even occasionally read on my Kindle while I'm walking my dog. Pre-Kindle, I'd get impatient with my dog after 10 seconds of his sniffing, and I would tug him onward in search of a more felicitous pee place. Now, I simply immerse myself in my Kindle, and my doggy can and does take his sweet time, and I'm not bothered at all. I'm not tempted to tug him. Also, when I find a bon mot, a clever phrase, or a great line, I simply shade it, and it's highlighted for any other subsequent readers to notice it. And if there's a word I don't know, I just click on it, and the definition appears. The word I just looked up before I was sharing this with you was a book called tortilla, which is a meat pie that's popular in Canada, especially at the holidays. To whet your bookish inclinations, in that the text version of this is going to be in Psychology Today, here are my top dozen psychologically oriented self-help books. The first is called Atomic Habits. It's the current standard on acquiring and maintaining a new habit. The Daily Stoic. It helps us stay focused on our priorities, especially wise priorities. The book On Becoming a Person. This is the classic by psychologist Carl Rogers, which teaches and motivates us to listen better and to avoid ill-considered judgment. There's the book Quiet, subtitled The Power of Introversion. That gives credit to that underappreciated large group of people, introverts, and offers practical advice on how to make the most of being an introvert. How We Live Now, by my fellow Psychology Today blogger Bella DePaolo. It makes a compelling case for singlehood's virtues, plus how to defend against unfair treatment of solos. 3-Minute Therapy. This is a crystalline self-help application of cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm unable to separate how much of my fondness for this book comes from its merits versus that its author is my longtime friend, Dr. Michael Edelstein. If I were to exclude it because of that conflict of interest, consider a book by another cognitive behavioral therapist, the iconic Albert Ellis. My favorite of his is Overcoming Destructive Beliefs, Feelings, and Behaviors. It's useful for therapists as well as laypeople. The book Influence. This book makes painfully clear how we as individuals, and colleges, and media manipulate us. The 48 Laws of Power. It's a bit Machiavellian, but it's intriguing in part because of that. It's practical. For example, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. The book How to Win Friends and Influence People. Among the best-selling books of all time, Some in the intelligentsia deride that book as simplistic, but a number of my clients, and okay, me, have found it inordinately helpful. Its core message: help people get what they want and you'll more likely get what you want. The book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another book that some of the cognizant deem overrated. It offers common sense wisdom on what to prioritize and on tools for personal development. The 5 Love Languages. This is another example where simple needn't mean simplistic. Each partner in a couple tends to show their love in 1 or 2 of 5 ways. That book teaches us to recognize that in ourselves and in our partner and how to accommodate the differences. And finally, the book Kissing the Gunner's Daughter. Sometimes fiction can help us grow psychologically, so to round out that list, this is a highly rated crime novel, notable for its characters' psychological depth. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.